Joel, Alden, and White. Thank you.
You guys just saw my songwriting mentor, Randy Palmer. I hate to follow him. From as young as I can remember, I always wanted to be a cowboy. My mother said that from the time I could walk, I was once. 35 sections, New Mexico line. That slice ahead and brings back to mind life lived a simpler way, doing whatever was God planned that day. Up in the morning at 5 o'clock bells, that's bacon and eggs and coffee I smell. Saddle my pony, feed him some grain, thank the good Lord of the air. Smells like rain. Once I was a cowboy, living the life of my dreams. Fresh air, clear skies, open spaces, further now than they seem. When I was young, I dreamed of life, working the ranch, my kids and my wife, riding, roping, and branding all day. Good work to have if you don't mind the pay. Starting the calls when they hit 3, calving out heifers early spring, taking the herd, breaking ice, winters are tough, summers, they're nice. Once I was a cowboy, living the life of my dreams. Fresh air, clear skies, open spaces, further now than they seem. Those days are gone, you can't live in the past. Sometimes I wish I'd stayed on that path, but I woke from my dream and took a new trail. It's all on me, the dream never failed. If I could go back for just one day, meet that young cowboy, what would I say? Stay in the saddle, don't take that new road. You won't regret it when you grow old. Once I was a cowboy, living the life of my dreams. Fresh air, clear skies, open spaces, further now than they seem. Fresh air, clear skies, open spaces, further now than they seem. Thank you. Well, when I was on that ranch west of Channing, I had a neighbor. His name was Dale Burson. Y'all probably know who Dale Burson is. Anyway, I don't usually cover too many songs, but this is a Dale Burson, Dan Shipley song that I chose to cover, and I released it earlier this year. When I came to this country, there weren't but 6 stars, and the moon was the size of an egg. Brown wheat straw paper, old roll your own. They told stories of brewers and babes. On the porch of the X's, they'd sit swap and tells after the work was complete. These old-time cowboys had done all their living in the days when the grass was still deep. They'd roll smokes, tell jokes, rope cows and ride colts, talk of winter, summer's gone by. Well, I'd sit there and listen for hours on end, bring coffee when the cup went dry. They'd talk about long days back in the worm time and roping 40 a day, and the old dirty 30s, and after the war, mostly how time slips away. They'd break in the story of old so-and-so. By the way, did you know that he died? No, I sure didn't. Till you told me just now, dang it, he's a good friend of mine. They had roll smokes, tell jokes, rope cows and ride colts, talk of winter, summer's gone by. Well, I'd sit there and listen for hours on end, bring coffee when the cup went dry. According to them, someday I might make a hand, but I'd give a month's wages to know what they knew. Guess they just learned from the land. Don't know if I'll ever live up to them, if I last long and still earn my keep. A kid might just listen, bring coffee around, hear the stories when the grass was still deep. They'd roll smokes, tell jokes, rope cows and ride colts, talk of winter, summer's gone by. Well, I'd sit there and listen for hours on end, bring coffee when the cup went dry. I'd sit there and listen for hours on end, bring 'em coffee when the cup went dry. Thank you. I appreciate you guys sticking around. They moved me up, which I'm happy to do. This act that was supposed to be here, it's a whole band. It's going to take them a little while to set up, and they thought they'd move me here, which I appreciate that. Anyway, this is about my favorite time of the day. Cookies serve the coffee, biscuit, eggs, and ham. I keep my thoughts to myself like every other man. Magic always happens long before sunrise. Walk outside, put on my hat, wipe a sleeve from from my eyes. We walk across the gravel drive, hear our spur rails ring. Off in the distance, you can hear that coyote sing. Beyond the hills back to the east, I see a faded light. 5 a.m. down at the barn, it's dark, but it ain't night. 5 a.m. down at the barn, we hear the foreman say, "Mount up, boys, time to ride, we're burning day." Billy mends his bridle reins, tied that colt up tight. Don't think that kid'll ever learn, but someday he just might. Blue checks his pocket twice, he's mad enough to fight. A fresh rolled cig hangs from his lips, but he can't find a light. 5 a.m. down at the barn, we hear foreman say, "Mount up, boys, time to ride, burning day." Folks in town don't know the life we live. For this fresh morning, I wonder what they'd give. Red rubs his eyes and yawns, "I don't see daylight." Blue says 5 is morning time, it's dark, but it ain't night. Horses standing saddled chase that last bite of grain. Boss says, "Boys, watch the ground, it's slick from last night's rain." 5 a.m. down at the barn, we hear the foreman say, "Mount up, boys, time to ride, we're burning day." Time for one more?
Yes, sir.
I believe ranchers and farmers, people of the land, as a group, most of them believe in a higher power, a creator. They see that creator every day in something that they're doing. This is called the Rancher's Prayer. And I have a tendency to take my hat off when I'm talking to my Maker. Lord, it's been a while since we last talked. I'm sorry for that. It's all my fault. You've been here each and every day. I just get so busy, I forget to pray. This morning when I rode out, your sky was so blue. The grass just sparkled from last night's fresh dew. The air's so clear, the day brand new. It reminded me to talk to you. Thank you, Lord, for this ranch, this life, for my 2 kids and a beautiful wife. Jesus, I pray your holy name. If you can I get one more rain? Now this ain't all mine. Let's see. Lord, I know this ain't all mine. You've loaned it to me to care for a time. Cattle and horses and all this grassland. Truth be told, I'm just your ranch hand. Well, I see your work in every fresh calf, in those mama cows and all this new grass. Well, it's your creation just as I am, one little piece in my master's plan. Thank you, Lord, for this ranch, this life, my 2 kids and a beautiful wife. Jesus, I pray your holy name. If you don't mind, can I get one more rain? Forgive me, Lord, for all my sins. When I'm cussing cows, when they won't be pinned. When I get bucked off, you know, that makes me mad. Or my neighbor falls down, that makes me glad. Speaking of the neighbor, he's an unreal cuss, but he's one of your children like the rest of us. So Lord, I pray, he looks at me, just a little of you in my life he will see. Thank you, Lord, for this ranch, this life, for my 2 kids and a beautiful wife. Jesus, I pray your holy name. If you don't mind, can I get one more rain? Jesus, you know I'm just a man. Thankful you take me just as I am. Thank you.